and just really stunning detail overall. Hi guys, I'm Marlin here at Hearns Hobbies. I'm here to talk to you guys today about a new locomotive that we've received from Auscision, and that is the NR class in HO scale. We're going to have a look at these in a bit more detail and show you guys why these locomotives are so special and are such standout models. So the NR class locomotive is probably one of the most ubiquitous locomotives still in operation today across Australia. Built in the 1990s using GE power plants. They are the backbone of Australian freight rail. So let's have a closer look and see what the detail is like on these locomotives. So let's have a look at some of the standout features on this locomotive. This is the NR number 18 in Indian Pacific colors. This was an unusual paint scheme that I believe was first introduced in the early 2010s. I don't believe this locomotive is still painted this color, but it would be great to know if anyone knows the history about this particular one. Just pointing out some of the details on the roof, you've got an air conditioning unit, has really fine grating for the air intake, and you also have the air intakes for the engine on the other side of the locomotive. Nicely finished, like a nice aluminium finish that we have on that. On the front of the locomotive, we have got separately applied details which are really nice. You've got air hoses, you've got the ditch lights on either side, plugs for the MU hoses, nice separately applied handrails and wipers, and just really stunning detail overall. On the sides here we've got nice walkways. There's also obviously like an etched brass walkway platform that would cover this this stairwell for a crew to go from one locomotive to another. And yeah, just all sorts of fantastic detail. These are really stunningly made locomotives from Auscision, and lots of different paint schemes. Probably every paint scheme that these locomotives were built with, including some that weren't. And that is what we're going to look at today. In operation. So we've got the Rio Tinto NR number 122. This is in a proposed paint scheme that never made production. So I guess you could say this is a fantasy scheme in a way. But it was really nice to see some of these locomotives be produced in a what-if kind of arrangement. So let's demonstrate some of the features of this locomotive running. Now this is DCC and Sound equipped. So this is fully loaded. With everything that you need to operate this on a digital controlled layout with the speaker on board, and it's got some really nice features. So we're going to go through the startup procedure and get the motor going. So we've got our trusty NC power cab here, and we're going to press 8. All right. Let's try the horn. There we go, number 2. So you can play a long horn if you want. Leave the button engaged, and then release when you're ready. Fantastic. So there's all different sound functionalities. You'll hear the compressor tick on and off. Again, you heard the startup procedure. There's also a shutdown procedure. Very nicely, very accurately modeled or represented from this nice GE power plant that propels these, provides the horsepower to propel these locomotives. So let's give this a gentle throttle up. So we'll move up a few speed steps. It's going to take a little while because she's just warmed up. There you go. So speed step 15, and let's bring it down to 0. Fantastic. So we've got brake squeal and we have momentum built in. And you might be able to tell by this video, but this is a very, very loud locomotive. This might actually be the loudest sound equipped locomotive I've heard. So if you have a club layout and you want to stand out with the loudest locomotive in the room, this is probably the one to go with. So let's give that a little go in reverse. Throttle up a bit. There we go. And bring that to a stop. All right. Oh, so we've turned the engine noise off. We can hear the compressor ticking over. Now we're going through the startup procedure again. But yeah, you can isolate different sounds. Got the bell here, number 1. There we go, shutting it down. And you'll still hear a lot of the locomotive's functions that would operate even with the locomotive's diesel prime mover turned off, which is really, really cool. So as if the brakes were applied. But anyway guys, thanks for having a look with me at the NR class locomotive by Auscision in HO scale. There are tons and tons of different varieties and variations of this model available with both DC and DCC and Sound equipped. So thanks for sharing along with this video, and hope you have a great day. Bye.